Welcome back. This is your curious European friend, and I'm very excited for today's video because, a few weeks ago, or I don't know when exactly, but recently, I looked into Montreal, also because I thought it would maybe be the most European city. But then I got a lot of comments under that video to look into Quebec City as well and see what I think, if it feels European, and that might be the most European city. But regardless of that, I really am excited to look into a more elaborate view into Quebec City as well. And I really liked Montreal, so I'm curious how I'll like this from the video at least. So let's go ahead and see.
Bonjour, bienvenue à Québec. That's sadly all the French I know. I wish I knew more. But welcome, friends. Welcome to the stunning Quebec City. This is the capital city of the province of Quebec. And for those that aren't aware, this is the French-speaking part of Canada. There's no malice in saying this, but you know, it definitely is much more classy than some of our other Canadian cities. It definitely has a sophisticated feel to it. I sadly only have a few days here, so in this video, I'm just going to show you guys some of the highlights, some of the top things that you need to do if you come here. But to start things off, I think it's imperative, it's absolutely vital that we start our day off with a proper Canadian breakfast, because I have greatly missed that when I have been abroad.
Wow. Yeah. That architecture is insane. Very sophisticated vibes already. Yeah.
So this place is actually a chain here in Quebec, but it is a fantastic chain. I came here yesterday and just loved everything I had, so I may actually get the exact same thing that I got yesterday, which is the Charlevoix plate. You get half a waffle as well as absolutely delicious scrambled eggs, some hash browns, and then also your choice of coffee, unlimited filter.
I feel like in general, in North America, hash browns are very popular because I keep hearing about them, but we don't really eat them like that in the Netherlands. At least our version of it. I don't know if we have like the hash browns, if I am correctly like thinking what those are. But we do have like a version of that, but it's not as popular. But I don't know, that's just a side note.
Coffee, a cappuccino, or 2 Americano style coffees. So for $20, that's actually pretty good nowadays for Canada.
It's cute cafe.
This is it, friends. This is...
That seems like a lot of food and a coffee for 20. That's not bad, I would say.
The Charlevoix plate, and as you know, it takes...
Hold on, though. Sorry for pausing it already, but how are those strawberries so big? Like, especially this one. That seems like a big strawberry.
It's a lot for me to not order eggs Benedict. That is my usual go-to, but this is absolutely delicious.
Nah, one thing about me, you didn't ask, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I will never order eggs because they will give me the ick if I don't make them myself. Like, I have to make them myself, otherwise I won't eat them.
I love that you get both sweet and savory on this plate. The eggs have a very specific kind of cheese from the region here. That's why I think it's more called the Charlevoix plate. And then you also get a maple sauce for your
cheese though with eggs.
Waffle, and these hash browns are absolutely to die for. So highly, highly, highly.
Wait, that's not what I thought hash browns were actually. I thought they were like bigger square or rectangle, or maybe there's a difference between the ones in the US and in Canada. I don't know either, but or maybe you have different kinds. Anyway, this video is not about hash browns.
I recommend coming to this place for brunch, but they also have lunch and dinner, of course. To start off our exploration of Quebec City, we are in the most popular area, which is the Old Town. The Old Town of Quebec City is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and this is where you'll find all the beautiful cobblestone streets, historic buildings, and the famous Dufferin Terrace Boardwalk. Quebec City is actually one of the oldest Canadian cities, officially being...
Seems very nice already from seeing these views. It seems, like she said, very classy, very elevated, and I would say European.
Established in 1608 by Samuel de Champlain, and it is also the only walled city north of Mexico. The walls were primarily built for defensive purposes in the 17th and 18th century. The population of Quebec City is now around 800,000 people, and it really has become a cosmopolitan hub in Canada with a European heart.
Oh,
and here
I thought there was a bug on my screen for a second, but that was a bird in the video. Okay.
We are in one of the most iconic places in Quebec City. This boardwalk is called the Dufferin Terrace, and just behind me is the Chateau Frontenac. It is a Fairmont hotel, and for those of you who may not know what Fairmont is, it is a Canadian luxury hotel chain, and this is one of their most iconic properties.
That is a hotel chain? I was thinking like, wow, what is that building? Is that like some kind of castle, parliament building or something? But it's a hotel. And a luxury hotel on top of that. That's crazy. That's a unique establishment for a hotel.
So this is a really great place to come to where you can just sit beside the St. Lawrence River, take in the view, and it also will take you to the Citadel, which is a really interesting place to go to. They have a whole military museum, and then it also leads to the Plains of Abraham, which I'm going to make my way towards now.
That's a giant building. This is really nice though. Are those biking lanes? Yeah, very cute, very nice. I really like the vibe.
So this beautiful place is known as the Plains of Abraham, a former battleground between the British and the French during the 7 Years' War. And because the British ended up winning, that's actually how modern day Canada became what it is now, and it also became a British colony. So this is actually a very significant place in modern day Canadian history.
Interesting. Yeah, I just love when cities have parks like that. It just instantly elevates it, for me at least. Beautiful detail on the doors there. Wow. I was always so fascinated by this architecture style. I think the older I get too, I don't know why, but it's so detailed, so intricate, and I think about like who made this and how long that must have taken.
There are two things left to do that are absolute musts in Quebec City. Number one, I want to take you to my favorite place so far that I've discovered in the city. It is quite popular. It is the Quartier Petit Champlain, which is this lower walking street that has such cute cafes, bistros, and also really good souvenir shops. And number two, of course, we have to eat poutine.
I really want to try poutine as well. It is just very European. Just the small streets and yeah, the whole vibe. The stones, the architecture.
So I lied. There are actually three things that we absolutely have to do while in Quebec City.
What is this? Some kind of maple syrup? Wait. They report maple syrup and then
Quebec
on the ice?
is especially known for its maple syrup, so
That's actually genius. Wow. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. Then you have a maple syrup ice cream stick. That's cool.
let's give this a try. That is so sweet.
Yeah.
I was not
Imagine.
expecting it to be that sweet. I feel like I'm just drinking or licking condensed sugar. I don't know if I can finish this. It's good, it's delicious, but it packs a punch. Almost every single blog that I read about the best poutine in Quebec City mentioned this place, and it does look currently packed, but I'm going to try my best to get in and order one of their famous poutines.
There's different kinds. I don't know if that's a dumb question, but I did not expect that. Na masala is a vegan version. I can't really read that, but let's go.
For those who have never had poutine before,
You have a classic one. Poutine, gravy, cheese curds, and fresh herbs. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But then you also, they have different versions. That is interesting. That is smart. But would that then still be considered like, I guess not. It's not traditional then, but it's just a different kind. When I try it, I definitely want to do the traditional version. But that seems really good all. Poutine, maple whiskey, gravy, cheese curds, and crumbled maple bacon. That sounds really nice.
It is basically fries, cheese curds, and gravy. It's all melted together into gooey deliciousness, but of course you can try it with some different things added in, like this red ale braised beef with horseradish. You can get some with wild mushroom ragu with also cheddar added in, or it looks like they even have an Indian curry poutine, which I have never seen before. Alright, so let's give this a try. Keep in mind, once again, this is not a regular poutine, it's a cool poutine. And I just realized they have more like potato wedges here. Usually it is regular fries, but I guess these guys do it this way. So let's get a good chunk of beef, cheese curd, and the pickled onion on top. It is good. But I'll be honest, this is definitely not at all the best poutine I have ever had. I'm not a fan
so she has had poutine before.
Of the potato wedge shape. I think it's much better if it's just regular fries, but the beef is good. I would say the beef is actually a really nice addition, but it's also definitely not hot enough. Usually it should be so hot that it all just kind of like melts together, but that is not happening here. So I hate to say it, but the top recommendation that I saw online for the best poutine in Quebec City is not it, in my opinion, but it is offered at literally every single restaurant. So I'm sure in the comments you guys can put some of your recommendations, and
also if you have a recommendation, if you happen to know, and let me know for future usage.
Let the people know where to get some really good poutine. And the last thing that I want to touch on in this video, which almost didn't happen because of the weather for me, was visiting Montmorency Falls.
Wow.
You can get to these falls by a 15-minute car ride or about 15 minutes on public transit. Now, while the falls themselves aren't very wide, they are actually
that is stunning. I didn't know they had that there.
Quite tall, 83 meters tall, which is about 30 meters higher than Niagara Falls. What's also really cool is that there's a big nature area to hike around the falls. You can go down to the bottom of them at certain times of the year, and you can even zip line across them if you're feeling brave.
No, I'm not. It's cool though, for other people.
So that is it, my friends. This brings us to the end of this amazing day here in Quebec City. I have had such a wonderful time here. I would 100% come back because I feel like there is so much more to see beyond just the old town. Obviously, it is so amazing. It is the top thing to see. But locals, please comment down below, like what other places would you recommend in the city that people check out that goes beyond the regular tourist sites? And as always, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for tuning in, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye, guys.
I am also curious what other things you might recommend to see in Quebec City, but just from this video, it seems really lovely and really nice. Just like Montreal, I don't really know if I want to compare them, and I don't know if I have a favorite from just watching these videos. I just need to go there at some point. But they both seem very lovely, and Quebec City seems very European as well. So thank you guys for recommending me to look into Quebec City, because yeah, it seems like you would have a great time there and lovely vibes. And yeah, I like seeing this, just like Montreal. So yeah, again, I don't know which one would be more European. Of course, I haven't been there yet, even so. But yeah, from watching these videos, both seem very nice and have some European touches. But I hope you liked watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next video very, very soon.